Today, we are going to be looking at Brit's perspective on Americans' Independence Day. I imagine this is going to be quite interesting because, the whole reason America was created was because we wanted to come and do our own thing. And I'd like to know what the British think about that. Let's check it out.
Hello, and happy birthday weekend to the United States of America, who I must confess doesn't look a day over 200. I wish I could say the same about myself, but we've reached that time of year again, haven't we? That time of year that I've celebrated every year.
Okay, first of all, this dude is cute. I love like the way he does stuff already. What is his name? Lost in the Pond. Okay. I love his attitude already. I think he's a Brit that lives in America too, by the way.
For the past 15 years. And that time of year is the 4th of July celebrations here in the United States. And as a British person, that can be a little bit weird because for those of you who don't know, and that's probably only about 10% of my viewers, America gained its independence from we the British. And I didn't really know that or have a deep concept of that before moving to the United States. And the reason for that is they didn't really teach us about that in school. I don't know why. I think we learned about all of the victories, the good wars. And after I moved, it became apparent that next summer that, oh, you kicked our asses. To know that your grandfather surrendered at Yorktown. No, wait, that's 3-year Letterman. How does it feel to know that you lost and we became the richest nation on the planet? I think I just sort of nodded and went, oh yeah, this is adorable. And then I thought about it. I was like, well, I wasn't even alive in 1776. And it seems that us Brits and us Americans have this special relationship now. I think we can let bygones be bygones. But I think they still think they've won. The uncles, not America. America did win.
Okay.
America won the War of Independence. These uncles, I think they go home every 4th of July and think, yes, I downed 3 beers, had a plate of chicken wings, and put that Brit in his place.
Wait, wait, wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. So he's saying that like the current Americans, the way we act at 4th of July, we think that because we're drinking, beers and having bratwursts and have some boom boom fireworks going on, like the men have got it in their heads that they personally won America. Dude is too funny, man.
Yes, I downed 3 beers, had a plate of chicken wings, and put that Brit in his place. And do you know what? Whatever, because those same uncles love the Beatles. We invaded you in the 60s, and you all lapped it up like it.
Oh, okay, I got him. So he's saying because of the Beatles and how much Americans loved the Beatles and contributed to their success, they invaded us and we lapped it up. Okay, got it.
It was some kind of ice cream. So in many ways, being British on the 4th of July is at least a little bit predictable, much like the parades that I attend each year in central Indiana, where myself and a number of Hoosiers park our chairs by the side of the road, and no prizes for guessing who gets sunburned the quickest. Now, that's partly because I'm the one who's usually pushed out of the awning by my wife's cousin Chad, but it's also because I'm British. And I think subconsciously my wife's cousin Chad is thinking that when he gives me that slight nudge. I don't think it's even subconscious. I think he's doing it on purpose. The victors like to remind me of my place in all of this by putting up lots of American flags. Please excuse this. This was my producer's idea. We don't have a flagpole and we are decorating in the studio at the minute. But at my first celebration, I thought, ooh, I could inject a little bit of banter into the
really
proceedings.
on the toilet? Wait a minute, is he really on the toilet? Okay, I guess this is this guy's type of humor.
I brought my own, and it was hilarious until Chainsaw Jim saw it. and I haven't brought it since, because Chainsaw Jim is the sort of uncle who has 1776 written on the side of his toolbox. You don't mess with that toolbox, is what I've learned. And so now, after 15 years, I've learned to treat the day with the respect that it deserves. After all, they do have a saying here, the 4th of July is as American as apple pie. So long as you remember that apple pie originated in England and the 4th of July.
Oh, he really has to like. Okay.
Is written in the UK date format. And actually, in an unexpected turn of events, this.
Oh my goodness! Like the low key shade, like the shade that he is throwing to America. Okay, so quickly he gets in these zingers of the apple pie is made in England. Which everybody says there's nothing any more American than baseball, apple pie. There used to be this commercial I used to listen to as a little girl, and it went baseball, apple pie. How did it go? Baseball. I forgot, but it was like baseball, apple pie, Chevrolet. I don't know, but baseball and apple pie are supposed to be like some of the most American rooted things. And he's like, let me just slap you with this knowledge. Apple pie comes from England.
So long as you remember that apple pie originated in England and the 4th of July is written in the UK date format.
Oh, okay. So he's like making fun of us that we say the 4th of July, which we have this whole thing in the US where we write out our dates, the month, the day, and the year. And I think in the UK, you guys do it differently. You do the day, the month, and the year, if I'm not mistaken. Let me know in the comments.
Format. And actually, in an unexpected turn of events, this now feels more appropriate than anybody ever anticipated. Imagine for a moment you could travel back in time. You set the time circuits on and head back to Independence Hall, July the 4th, 1776. Actually, some point in August, but people aren't ready for that conversation. The founding fathers are there, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, the other ones. They've just signed one of the most important documents in
the other ones.
US history, the Declaration of Independence. As they banter back and forth about who has the trendiest pocket watch, you pluck up the courage to stand before them, shoulders pinned back, chest thrust forward as you declare, "All right, lads, you'll never believe what I read on Twitter this morning," but in an American accent. Rightly, nobody understands a single word you just said, except for Benjamin Franklin, who secretly invented Twitter without telling anyone. You continue, you'll be thrilled to know.
I don't know.
Secret video.
I don't know how seriously we can trust this dude's information because he has so much satire. But I have heard before, I know that the date thing is right. I've heard that before about apple pie. But now he's like talking about Benjamin Franklin invented Twitter. So he's got so much satire. I don't know how much I can trust Lost in the Pond's perspective.
That the pun still never sets on the British Empire. That said, people who know my channel intimately will know that I'm about to embark on my first ever 4th of July as a United States citizen. And
congratulations!
I know what you're thinking. Ooh, Lawrence, you can't mark this momentous occasion by wearing a black shirt, which will attract heat from both Chainsaw Jim and the sun. And to that, I deliver unto you Mr. George Washington, wearing cool shades, chowing down on a hot dog. This is the second time this year you've made me do that. Where are you going?
Okay, wait. That shirt, first of all, is too cool. Love it. But dude, I feel like he could have like ripped that shirt off like the Hulk, like hulked up out of that shirt real fast. That would have made that so much cooler. I'm loving his British humor. Mr. Lost in the Pond, check him out. Congratulations. Love his perspective. All right, you guys, that's it for today. Thank you. We reacted. And Brits, what do you think about the 4th of July?